Hey, how y'all doing out there in video land? Well, here we go. Here we go. Let's put it together. Yeah, what did we do? We purpled it. Oh, yeah, we made some purple. Some purple G10 scales from the gray scales. These were gray previously. Now they're purple. With Royal Synthetic RIT dye. Royal Synthetic RIT dye. Ready to go? Let's put it together. Let's put it together. Let's see what we got. All right, let me see. Which side do I start off here with first? Let me see. Which side is the clip side? This is the clip side. Okay. I got a couple little tricks I do here when I put these together. Okay. I like to put a little bit of grease on these. Let me break out the grease and the oil. Helps hold them in place. That's one of my little tricks. Do it on both of them. Otherwise, you have to wrangle with these things always trying to fall out. All right, let's start putting the pins back in it. On this one, the big pin goes in the middle. The big pin is for the pivot. This pin right here, without any finishing on it, that's for the pivot. That goes in the middle. Usually on most cold steel, usually the big pin will be the one that goes in the front. In this case, it goes in the middle. The front pin. And the groove sides go up, face up. Alignment pin. And the other little tiny alignment pin. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and start screwing these screws in. Get a couple of them started. All the screws are the same size except for the pocket clip screws. The pocket clip screws are short. Need a T6. All right. I'm not going to put the pocket clip on yet. We'll do that last. I just want to get these started so that I can hold everything in place. Go ahead and put a little bit of grease on my fingers for the torsion spring. Go ahead and put this in place. Make sure it's seated all the way in. Next up is an actual blade and everything. Let's put on the washers. First washer. Oh, first we need a pivot pin, don't we? Pivot faces, the flats face forward. Next goes on your phosphorus bronze washer, then goes on your Teflon washer with a little coating of grease on them. Drop in oil. Next goes on another drop of oil. Teflon washer goes on next. Put a little bit of grease on your fingers. Just light coating of grease. Next goes on your phosphorus bronze washer. Light coating of grease. All right. Now we got to take our lock bar, put a little coating of grease on that. I like to put a little grease down in this area too, where the actual torsion spring rubs against. All right. Put a little coating of grease on the actual pivot too. I like to put a little bit of grease on the pivot. All right, it's all seated in nice and clean. Last piece goes on is your other end liner, partial liner, stainless steel liner. All right, go ahead and put in your T6s. Start putting it, doing your fire screw, bolting things together. Just go down finger tight and go to the next one. We're not doing the final tightening yet. Just making sure everything lines up and goes together right. All right. Now we gotta switch over, get the T10. Pivot screw goes all the way down. And back it off slightly. Okay, now we're going to do our final assembly. Put your T6 back in. Get all your screws started. Do your final tightening on them. Just finger tight, people. That's all I do is finger tight. I don't never torque down anything over tight. If you think finger tight, you'll be able to take it back apart again easily too. All right, let's see where we're at. That feels too tight. We're going to loosen it up a little bit. Go ahead and put everything out the way though. I love the way it looks, people. It's looking exactly the way I wanted it to look. Okay, it's right there. All the way down tight, pop loose. That's too loose. Okay, so now we're going to tighten it to center. right there. Let's see what we got. Let those lubricants work into it. I'm going to get a little bit more lubricant. Let's work it into it. All right. Yeah, it should be right about there. All right. It's a beautiful knife, people. I'm digging it. Yeah, still a little bit too tight. Loosen up a little bit more. It's got enough lube in it now, though. Oh, yeah. It's a beauty, people. It's like a big, giant, I don't know, like a folding sword, but it's a Navaja. It's a folding Navaja. Navaja is like, traditionally, I don't know if you all know, you guys go look it up on the internet, do a little bit of research on Navaja, Spanish Navajas, but they were big. They were like bigger than this. This is not actually like a really big Navaja. They're like, have blades that were like, 12 inches long and stuff. They had like real long blades. It's basically, like a folding sword. This is beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It came out perfect, people. It came out perfect. Needs to break in a little bit, though. Needs to break in a little bit. Just a little bit. Still needs to be adjusted right. Right there. That feels real stiff right there. I'm just going to have to break it in. I'll get it broken in, people. I love it. I love it. Centering's out pretty good right there. Centering. Yeah. It's off a little bit. Still off a little bit. Right there. Okay. It's a beautiful knife. My purple XL Espada. I think this is the first one. I've never seen a purple XL Espada before. Have you? Which makes it kind of cool to me. This is the big Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze. This is the big Purple Haze. The big Purple Rain, Prince Purple Rain. This is the big one. I don't think there's going to be a bigger purple folder in my collection. I think this is going to be the biggest purple folder in my collection, people. I love it. And it's going to stay in my collection. I absolutely love it, people. I'll break it in. I'll break it in. This is going to be a fidgeter. It's not fidgeting yet. It's going to take some work. The bigger ones take, like this, take a little bit of work because you got to be really careful with it, people. You can't be careless with this one. You got to be. I always say, you got to be really careful with the XL Espadas. And same thing with the Rajas too. The Rajas and the Mayhems, all those, I would say be very careful with them because the blades are heavy. And if the blade hits you, it will cut, and it will cut badly. So be careful with these big ones, people. But they are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got this one. I have others, but I think this is going to be my favorite one. I'm going to break it in. I love it. All right, people. That's it for today. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I'm going to put this out there for you. So you had the Code 4 and the Espada today. XL Espada. I got some more coming in from Midway USA. I'm still waiting on my Espada and my Frenzy. That's what it is. Frenzy. Those are coming in. Look at that. Let's put it on the wood. It's too dark for that. Oh yeah, that's a good picture. That's a good one. Gonna be on there by itself. All right, people. Well, there it is there. The XL Espada. Big Purple. That's what I'm going to name this one. Big Purple. Big Purple. Big Purple. Oh, yeah. It's my new XL Espada. This is the newest Espada I have. It's the only one with the new markings on it from GSM Cold Steel. And it made its entrance with style. I love the Big Purple. Love it. I'm respecting it though. I'm not flicking this one around, people. Let you guys see the fit on it. Fit and finish and everything's perfect on this one, people. It's perfect. Got the 6061 heat-treated aluminum backspacer. 7.5 inch Oz 10A stainless steel blade. Beautiful blade. This is a beautiful blade. You guys saw the tang on this one. The tang is super strong and thick and robust looking. The lock bar is super strong and robust and strong looking. Same thing with the back spacer. Everything on this looks like it's built, to be strong. The blade tip is not a weak blade tip. It's a fairly strong blade tip for a Bowie, especially like a Spanish style Bowie. Spanish style Bowies are usually meant for piercing. Beautiful, 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 beautiful knife, people. Now there it is there. Peace out. Stiletto.